Hey, this is part two of Lifeless, the love life in America and/or in the West. For those of you who saw my intro, part one, I thank you. I appreciate that. I do apologize for being repetitive in my intro video, and I also fixed my hair, so that could have been a distraction in the intro video. Again, I apologize for that. I'm talking about a lonely guy topic, but if you were distracted by the repetition or the fixing hair, didn't mean it. Of course, I can't fix my hair now because I have a haircut. Alright, anyway, so part two is gonna focus on girls always having a boyfriend. Everywhere I look, girl has a boyfriend. Whenever I interact with a girl, I feel like I always get the same response. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. All the time, I have a boyfriend. That's why it feels impossible. Or that's one reason why it feels impossible for an average guy to get the girl he wants. All the time, I have a boyfriend. Like, where do these boyfriends come from? Maybe I should have a boyfriend, because it's so popular to have a boyfriend, right? This is why 60% of, I believe, young guys are single. Young adult guys are single, and 30% of young adult females are single. You know what's sad or shocking to me is 30%. To me, that's high. I would feel it would be 5% of girls who are single. That's how impossible it feels to actually meet a girl who's available, to meet a girl who's actually single. What a concept, right? I'm eager to mention the other responses I get, but those are future parts. Again, like I said, I'm going to do over 30 parts on this topic, lonely guy topic in America and/or in the West. But this responds all the time. I have a boyfriend. Shout out to the boyfriends out there. However you got the girl, shout out to you. Because, whoa, it's tough to even get the girl. It's tough to capture a girl's heart. Very tough. So, all the boyfriends out there who exist, again, good job. Whether you got the girl by chemistry, which is, I think I mentioned in my intro, but chemistry is the best way to get the girl. Or if you lied to her to get the girl, okay, which I'll mention. I'll get into that in other videos. But if you lied to the girl to get the girl, hey, you got her. Whatever it takes to get the girl. I would prefer if you got the girl, again, whether it be through chemistry, like a natural attraction. But girls are uptight to begin with, so again, shout outs to the boyfriends out there. To me, the two best ways to get the girlfriend are if you grew up with her. Literally, since you were kids, if you grew up with her and you both develop feelings for each other. That's to me best way to get the girl that you want. Again, if you grew up with her. I grew up with a few girls, and I failed to get them because when I was younger, or when I was growing up, I was a wimp. I was a weak-minded fellow. I was a weak-minded guy or a weak-minded boy. But again, growing up with a girl, that's a great way to get with the girl. The other way to get the girl you want is at school, right? If you go to school, whether it's elementary, junior high, high school, college, there are a lot of girls in school. Again, I failed to do that because growing up I was weak. I was a weak guy or a weak boy. But to me, those are the two best ways to get the girl. The two best ways to be a boyfriend. You grow up with a girl or you get her in school. But again, wow, I feel like I get the response all the time. I have a boyfriend. It's frustrating. It's annoying. And like I mentioned on my intro video, it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes long. We're at 6.5 right now. 10-minute video can be long. So I might be wrapping it up now or shortly. Definitely by the 10th minute if I keep rambling. But yeah, girls in America always seem to have a boyfriend, or in the West in general. Yeah, and it's like, again, shout out to the boyfriends. I'm being repetitive at this point. And I know sometimes, or from what I've heard, girls can lie. They say they have a boyfriend, they really don't, which hurts even more. That means they're not really interested. But just tell me that, which I'll get into in a later video. Not being interested is the best response to get, to be honest with you, because it's the girl's being honest. But even though girls like sometimes that they have a boyfriend, look, a lot of times they do. It's really annoying and frustrating. It reminds me that this country, America, is it's saturated in that. I don't know if it's because we're a rich country, but it really feels like all the girls are taken. And this is why the passport bureaus exist, because in other parts of the world, girls are actually available. What a concept. The girl is single? Really? That's shocking. You know, if you go to non-Western societies, there are girls who are available, girls that you're attracted to are actually single. What a concept. My rant is almost done. Or we're at 9 minutes, huh? For those who will watch part 2, this is part 2. For those who have watched or will watch, thank you very much. Again, this is partly my view from my experience. It's partly the truth too. Thankfully, I've been able to travel around the world and compare the different cultures, America and non-Western countries. I can't remember if I said this in my intro video, but I would have had a girlfriend years ago. When this is after my stage of being a weak boy or a weak guy, when I finally was not shy anymore, I made moves on girls. I would have had a girlfriend years ago. but I wasn't ready for commitment, which is, I'll go into it in another video. I'll go deeper into it. But again, for those who will watch this video, thank you. You don't have to. You may have a different take than me on this topic. It's fine. But when I say it's average guy, it feels impossible for an average guy to get the girl he wants. Like, the facts don't lie, right? 60% of young guys are single, 30% of young girls are single, 60-30. And then the passport bros I keep mentioning, and the lonely guy crisis. Unofficially, there's a lonely guy crisis. So the unofficial facts don't lie for a reason. All right, it's gonna be 11 minutes, so this has been a long video. I apologize, but I hope you found this video funny, or got a crack out of it, or a kick out of it. All right, I'll let you be. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And if it's just one person watching this, thank you. It's really simple. Thank you. All right, part 3. Maybe I'll make it. Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Could be this week. Sometime this week. Could be next week. You never know with me. But all right, stay tuned for part 3. Part 2 is out. Take care.